Okay, let's get started on this magical mystery tour of life. The theme this week is the movement of manifesting with practical guidance. You'll know when it arrives because you feel it. It's like, oh my God, practical magic. It's like, how on earth did that happen? So this is how it feels. One of the themes this week about manifesting with practical magic, with this divine guidance, means that you are getting your intuitive hits, means that you are understanding the messages that are coming through. So probably you've manifested something in the past. You've manifested a house, you've manifested a car, you've manifested a lover, a partner, but you're wondering, how on earth do I do that on a daily basis? Maybe with your business, maybe with your life or your health or something like that. How do you get that consistently and reliably? The dragons are here to tell you this week how easy it is, how easy it can be. So, one of the first things that the dragons really want you to understand, it is really, really, really simple. But as humans, we make this so flipping hard on ourselves that we're never able to carry through because everything is just so hard. We've done everything in a linear and a logical way. We're doing steps and we're trying to make this happen and trying to make that happen and we're forcing things through and we're concentrating on every single thing that we don't want rather than focusing on what we do want, focusing on what gives us joy, focusing on what we're thankful for, focusing on what we're grateful for. Now, I know, like maybe you're hearing that and go, oh my God, not gratitude again. So I've been there as well. And I realized, I was still focusing even on my business and everything else, like what wasn't working. I was trying to fix something all the time, trying to fix something rather than just saying, do you know what? This is really working well. That's really working well. I'm really, really thankful. So this is the movement that the dragons want you to get into. And every single week I just go, what? It's that easy. Yes, it is that easy. So you may have been following manifestation for quite some time, and you've maybe thought, oh, all I need to do is just be happier, be brighter, be in a better frequency. So if that's you, and if you felt all you need to do is to manifest something is to just be happier, generally just in a better frequency, just, oh, I've got to be really, really happy. Sometimes that can be like putting a plaster over something that's not working very well and you're faking it and you're being a bit delusional about something. But once you start altering your frequency into, do you know what, I'm just really, really grateful that I got up this morning. I'm really thankful. I went on Saturday um to a hike, a yoga session, and a sound bath in the middle of nowhere, putting a yoga mat on a hillside and just flipping well, relaxing, looking at the sun go down. I was like, oh my God, I'm so thankful. I get to do this. How grateful am I? It was beautiful weather, beautiful people, and I just totally and utterly switched off. We have to get out of our own way. By being grateful for what you've got, by being thankful for what you've got, by just being generally joyful, you are going to shift everything. I know that before, like if you can feel you're falling in love with something, it makes a complete difference. I help clients specifically. I help clients specifically to get out of their own way because more often than not, we're overthinking. We're overthinking, we're thinking too much, we're trying to force things through. And what happens then is the information, your intuition cannot get in. So I'm doing a 14-day challenge for you to step out of the way, for you to start getting evidence that you're getting intuitive guidance so that we can read that together, we can decipher it. So that 14-day challenge is going to start on the 6th of July. What I also do is I read into you and I read into your business. This is called a business reading. And I will ask questions like, how does this person need to change in order to feel more successful, in order to be more successful, achieve more success? And the second question is also the coolest question. What does your business want to say to you? Have you ever asked? Have you ever asked this conscious business that you're in, what do you want? What do you want to say to me? What direction do you want to go? And start listening. So this week, that is the theme. The theme very much is stepping out of your own way, slowing the heck down so that you can receive divine guidance. So let's slow the heck down and start receiving your divine guidance. Now, I use the cards that the dragon gave me, all sorts of incremental steps that allow you to see what needs to be changed next. So we're going to go into that right now. So just choose a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And this will be your soul coming through to you, giving you the information that you haven't allowed yourself because you've just been so damn busy trying to get everything done with a long list of things to do and letting life get in the way. So let's start reading those right now. Remember the theme this week? What was the theme? See, you've forgotten already. What was the theme this week? Stop overthinking. Step out of your own way. Slow down and let divine guidance come in. So we're going to pick card number 1. See which one floats. There we go. And I just said floats out of the pack. And then this card floated out of the pack. This is card number 14 from Tara. Oh, straight to Tara's page. Card number 14, Tara. And she flipped out of the pack and she took me straight to her page in the book. This book has been used for several years. Anyway, so this is Tara. Her message is the consequences of holding on to the energy and vibration that you feel in your body. There are huge consequences to the energy you choose to experience. Physical, mental, emotional, financial. The very air around you changes when you decide to observe what you can let go of. But I would also add to that and just say, what can you focus on instead? What can you focus on? What is actually going really, really well for you? That's what I'm helping you with. Like, what can you focus on that's going really well for you? Be curious and willing to gradually accept all that comes your way. You have been given an opportunity to receive a message when you experience a feeling or a symptom rising up. So often a symptom will rise up that will have you going, oh, I don't want to live like this anymore. This is really irritating me. I want to get past this. That is your gift. That is like, oh, okay. I've been focusing on it. I've been giving it energy. I've been looking at it too often. I've been overthinking it. So all of a sudden, well, it can't go anywhere else. You have allowed it to come in. It's matching your frequency. Imagine now that you were concentrating on something that was going really, really, really well. Your frequency changes. You lift above everything and you're like, oh, things are starting going well for me. People give me their parking tickets. People are sort of like opening doors for me. People are being really sweet. Then you'll start to get evidence. Now, on 14 days, which we're doing in July, you will start to see bigger evidence than that. You'll see your business changing, your relationships changing, because we are going to be going into this particular state, slowing the heck down. You and all humans have had the habit to only identify with certain familiar feelings and not others. Keeping on thinking the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same result. It has become a personal pattern to attach a personal story onto a feeling, and then that energy state gets hooked in. And it creates a familiar low vibration, a flow of chemicals and energy relating to that frequency feeling. Many times you try to make sense of what you feel, and you go into analyzing it deep down, looking at it again, feeling it again, telling the same story. How can I fix this? Why won't this go away? Why have I got this? You're giving form to something that could have easily passed. Where's my money at? How is it going to come in? What do I need to do to earn money? Why have I got this physical ailment? What do I need to do to have it pass? Think about that. You are creating from the feeling and the stories that you're telling. That's why I'm often so focused on when I hear somebody say something like, oh, change that story. Let's change that story right now. So this is card number 1. This is card number 1 for you this week. If you want to listen to them all, this is absolutely amazing. But if you chose number 1, this is for you. That was Tara. Thank you very much, Tara. Let's go into what card number 2 is going to be for us this week. Again, the theme, step out of the way, allow divine guidance in to guide you. There we go. Another one, flippity flip. Oh my God, it's Tara again. Tara's on a roll today. Sometimes we have weeks where certain dragons come in and they are very insistent that I just stay with that particular theme. So number 16. Now, Tara, if you didn't know, Tara, if you didn't know, was the dragon that came to me on the beach. She stepped out of the sea when I'd done a business reading for somebody. So I was in that state of just peripheral vision. I was so relaxed. My head was out of the way. She came out of the sea. She stepped beside me and we just started talking. And I thought, "Oh, okay, what are you here for? And what have you got to tell me?" So I was reading into what she had to say for me, and a dog on the other side of the beach was going berserk. If you've not heard that story, it's really, really funny. So because the dragon was there, the dog was just started barking and barking and barking, slipped its lead, ran over to me and just rolled all over me. And the owner was profusely apologetic, but just wanted to be in that energy. And that's how it works. You will see dogs running from towards you from the other side of a field. Um, things will just start going right for you. So this card for this week, second card from Tara this week, with this theme of stepping out of your own way. Flip out of resistance. You can now easily recognize the most things that pop up that you would normally treat as an emergency, another drama to deal with, merely a slight frustration and inconvenience in how you wanted things to go. Like, oh, well, that didn't go quite as planned, did it? Like, don't cry over spilt milk. Do not focus on it. Do not berate yourself and beat yourself up. A situation arises out of the blue, like magic, and tempts you back into the old ways of reacting. Maybe to see if you can dance past this one this time and remain neutral and see if your mind and body are able to be a lot calmer. Installing consciously some different and fresh perspectives. How can you see the humor or the hidden dynamics of the situation, of what it really is? An energy that needs to be expressed, released, and completed. So that would be about the theme of this week. What are you focusing on? Because if you're focusing on things going wrong, the spilt milk, the dog barking in the background, it's not going to make it any better. Like they say, if you worry about something, you're only going to get more of it. I just stop worrying, because worry never helped or healed anything. So that is the second message from Tara this week. If you want to know more about these, I have these cards. They're on my website. I'll put the link in the YouTube description. If you want to join us on the 14-day, well, it's an activation, really. It's an activation of your intuitive guidance, of your divine guidance. That link will be down below in the YouTube description as well, so that you can actually step out of your way, stop thinking in that direction and start thinking in that direction. Start feeling into what it is that you want to manifest. If you want a reading, a business reading, someone who's just looking into your world, who can see what's going on, the hidden dynamics. This is amazing. Sometimes I get readings and the dragon's like, no, don't do this, do that. Take your name off that book. This relationship is like, he's here, you're here. Da, da, da. So it can be very, very direct. And the dragons are very, very feisty. They don't mess about. So that's what I'm offering. Let's move into card number 3. So the theme this week is stepping out of your own way, allowing in your own divine guidance. A lot of people say, Fiona, I am intuitive. I'm like, yeah, but specifically, how practical are you allowing your guidance to be? That's what we're talking about. If we can allow guidance in, because you are just allowing yourself to just have it practically there for you, working for you, using your intuition all of the time. That's what we're talking about here. How can you get your yes and no on something? How can you trust it? So we're saying integrate that into your life. So what we're doing on the 14-day challenge is we are integrating in the intuition that you already have. We're allowing it to land. You're getting your head out of the way. That's what we're going to do in 14 days. You will start to see evidence of what you have put out there coming forwards. You will see that your head is out of the way. You're being thankful for everything that's working out well for you. You'll have a different perspective on 1 or 2 or 3 different areas of your life. That is what we're going to be working on the 14-day challenge. It will be how you are going to receive divine guidance. Like, oh, I received divine guidance today. I got this song in my head. I received divine guidance today. Someone came in, an opportunity came in and blew my socks off. You will see that by changing the state, You will see clients roll up, you will see your income get better because you start focusing on the outcome that you want. So let's go into card number 3 and see who wants to come out of the pack right now. The theme is stepping out of your own way and allowing practical guidance to actually come in. Divine guidance, your intuition, your soul is going, come here. Okay, and you know what? I haven't used this particular deck of cards because it's my oldest deck of cards. But they slide. They slide so much better. I really love them. Number 39. We are talking about sovereign now. So sovereign is your soul state. And she is there to help you remember that you have assistance at your back all the time. So card number 3 today, sovereign. Formulate and refine your ask. Create a new powerful spell. Well, isn't that just absolutely perfect with what we're talking about today? Like focusing on the outcome that you want. Allow, your divine guidance, your practical magic to come through so that you're able to receive it. Formulate and refine your ask. That's changing your story. See what she has to say. Emerging from being unaware and stuck in a string of unresolvable issues, you will be faced with situations that you will now remember. And you can just ask for anything and receive practical magic answers. Now, this is again what we're going to be doing in the 14-day challenge from the 6th of July, because you will be stepping into a different state. You'll be open to receiving answers, and on any subject, we're going to be training you to be integrating this into your life, integrating your soul, your intuition. So your intuition is the language of your soul. You will feel it coming through your body. You'll be more and more aware. You'll be asking the questions and getting responses. There will be a conflict happening in your environment, and you will need a lot of energy to navigate and negotiate this successfully. You can ask for what it is that you know you need to see you through, so you can start setting up your day. You recognize that you will need energy to make your mind stronger and your thoughts clearer, not so much that you win the conflict, but that you understand that you both get the best out of the situation and can take that energy, which is a lot of energy, for your focus to remain clear and on the intention. So asking for the exact energy that you need could be really helpful so that you can have a clear focus for a few hours or the whole day. So the situation, you can see the situation from a different perspective. You're both winning. Everybody's winning. Take it from an energetic point of view rather than a battle to be won or lost. You may say, my name, not my name, but your name. I, Fiona, am requesting that this conflict be resolved for the good of all, according to free will. I want to release all cause and effect, manifestation, form, essence, and anything including any idea or belief that this conflict is based on and now feeding on. I release any need to be the winner, to be seen all parties are satisfied by the resulting closure of this conflict, and so it is. So one of the previous card was also like change the story, change the spell. That's what we're talking about. A spell is only the words that we're using, and the words you're using are either in your story, what you're telling someone else. So this is very, very much linked to what this whole theme is about this week. Stepping out of the way, stop overthinking, allowing yourself to tell a different story. Everything's working out well for me. Every single cell inside my body, every single cell is healthy and well. Repeat that over and over and over and over again. Do you remember the story I told last week about no more trash in the trunk because the boot of my car was locked and I couldn't get it open? That's what we're talking about. We have so much trash in our head that is creating form in our world. Sovereign is the dragon that allows you and reminds you to get back in touch with your soul, your spirit. Then you are really, really, really powerful. Thank you very much. That was card number 3. Okay, so number 4. We are moving on to the last card within the deck. I'm inviting you to have a reading. I'm inviting you to have a business reading, if you're in business or if you're in a career, if you have something that you want to read, if you're writing a book, allow yourself to just say, whoa, what would I really, really like to know about this? Like, how can I step out of my way? What does the book want to say to me? What does the project want to say to me? You know, what's the vision that Source has for me about this particular idea that I'm making into a business, that I'm putting myself out there? This is my mission to bring this into the world. What does the consciousness of that want to say to you as the person with the hands and legs in this earth? Like, there is so much information to come through. So allow yourself the gift of having someone else look in, not me, the dragons look in, my guides, and advise you what's going on, what's the hidden dynamic, and how you get to change. There you go. One popped out straight away. Okie doke. Love that. It just each card just falls on after the next one and just brings me so much joy when I understand what the messages are that come through. So the fourth card this week is Serafina. Serafina is saying to you, the spell has to be broken. The story that you tell, the words that you're using, the thoughts in your head, the outcomes that you think are the only outcomes you can possibly get. The knowledge has to come through. This is the knowledge that has to come through. You don't know how powerful you are when you change your story, when you change your words, when you change how you feel about things. Imagine spending 2 weeks, 14 days, every single day, taking an incremental step to integrate your soul, your thoughts into a perspective, into a feeling, into a frequency, focusing on something that actually really can start bringing you evidence and change the world that you're living in. That's what she's talking about, changing the spell. The spell has to be broken. The knowledge has to come through. You have much needed knowledge that needs to come through. The spell has to be broken. Things are already changing for you. The old ways don't work so well anymore. Enough time has passed in struggle. It is time to access your power, which is the power to create magic and miracles. The planet and the population are evolving rapidly now, and those who wish to shift into being conscious creators to wield this power for the good and for the fun and for the play and for the experience of being 100% alive and just experiencing your time on the planet in this earthly flesh and bones body as the creator of a life well lived. You can experience creation and being able to create out of energy, out of vibration, out of ether, out of nothing. And yet it is out of everything. Because as you change, the world around you changes. Imagine spending some time really focusing on what it is you can change within yourself that allows the world around you to change. One of the messages from the dragons is your inner world creates your outer world. They just keep repeating it. Your inner world creates your outer world. We don't even know sometimes what we're creating on the inside because we're so damn used to it. And we haven't allowed ourselves to get out of that particular funk that we're in. Anybody can create, Serafina says. There is a potential to go from sickness to health. Anybody can change their focus. You can call to you what you want. Once you are clear and you know without a doubt that this is what you want, you know without a doubt that this can happen. Everything I want happens. I get everything that I want. Every single year gets better and better and better for me. Every single week gets better for me. So this is the attitude. This is the way we're going to be starting to rock and roll. This is the movement of manifesting with divine guidance. And this is what I invite you into, whether it's a membership, whether it's having a reading, whether it's using a challenge to help you focus and refocus and get clearer and clearer and clearer so that you start getting divine guidance and you start doing what you came here to do. Serafina, thank you very, very much. So those were the cards for the week. I hope you have received your message loud and clear. My name is Fiona Robertson, and I am a channel. My name is Fiona Robertson, and I'm an intuitive. I am a channel for my guides to help you evolve, to help you move from operating in 3D survival into 5D, knowing that you are here on the planet, but you are not from here. You are so much bigger, so much better. You're worth so much. You deserve so much better, but you get to create it. You get to bring that in. So what am I offering? I'm offering you a business reading. I'm offering you a 14-day challenge where you can actually refocus. You can change your perspective and you can start getting evidence that you are getting divine guidance on whatever subject you want guidance on. What is it that you want to know about your business? What is it that you need to change within yourself? That's what's going to come through in those 14 days. And if you want a business reading, the vision that Source has for you, it's an activation of you. And it's an activation of your business talking to you and guiding you. I am off for a week and next week. I'm going to be, I am going to be for this next 2 weeks an extra in a film called Fonda. It's a thriller, something that I've never done before. An opportunity came up for me, arose out of me just saying, I need a new adventure. So here I am going off on a new adventure, probably going to change something in me on the inside. It's going to teach me something. Otherwise, this doesn't come up. Sometimes when I'm reading in my book, I'm just saying, okay, just show me, tell me, like what needs to happen next for me, what's coming through for me. I want to grow, I want to expand, I want to feel 100% alive in this world. That's why I need adventures. It is one of my soul values. We need adventure. We need to feel 100% alive. If you want to feel 100% alive, certainly have a business reading. It is such an activation for you and your business. If you want to experiment and integrate and put your toe in the water with having divine guidance reach you, 14-day challenge. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I really, really value your time. It is an absolute pleasure for me as an intuitive to watch you grow using your own intuition.